Hey YouTube, got another gun review here for you. It's been probably a year and a half since I did one of these, so try to hang in there with me. I'll try to get through it pretty well. But since then I've gotten a couple of new guns that I'd like to review for you. The first one here is going to be a Sig SP2022. The first thing I'd like to say about it is usually when I tell people it's a 2022, they assume that that means it is a 22 caliber. This is not a 22 caliber. This is a 9mm. You can also get them in 40 Smith & Wesson, but like I said, this one's 9mm. It's a full-size polymer frame pistol, basically like a Glock 19 or 17 or an XDM series by Springfield, that type of thing. Basically, they're competitors. So first I'll talk to you about what you get with the package, at least what I got with mine. There might be a little variation depending on which one you get, but obviously you get the gun here, go over that in a bit. You get a magazine. Biggest complaint with this is this right here. The magazine is great, but you only get one. So it is a 15 round magazine. Like I said, it's great, but you get one. The problem with that is if you know Sig, you know you're going to pay about 50 to 60 bucks for another one of these. So I just stuck with one because I don't think it's really worth it to get another one at 60 bucks. If I need the firepower, I've got an XDM with 2 magazines that hold 19 apiece. So I'll grab that right in the safe next to this Sig here. So, but on the mag you get the flat black finish. On the bottom is the plastic floor plate with a little pinky extension type thing on there. I don't need it. My hands are pretty small, so they fit right on the grip without it. But for people with bigger hands, that'll be a nice addition for you. So you can see that it is loaded up. So I'm going to set this to the side, make sure we keep it safe here. And then you get the case. Basically your standard black pistol case, a 6 Sauer on the outside. On the other side, you've got your 2 locks here. You can put, or 2 holes there. You can put your padlock on there if you really want to. I don't really know if this really makes it any secure. Like I said, this is just hard plastic, so you can break through it or cut through it, but it would keep kids or anything out of it if you didn't want them getting in there. So inside, you get, it's got the warning sticker on it. Toss that away. You got your manual. I'm kind of weird. I like to read manuals for everything I get. Just kind of teaches you new stuff about them you might not have known before. So you can read through that, and then you do have your second back strap. This does have removable back straps on it. You can swap them out. This one here is the extra big one. The one that comes on it, or at least came on mine, was a small one. Fits my hand. Like I said, I got small hands, so. And this one's the big one for you guys with bigger hands. I tried taking the back strap off of mine, and it didn't really want to come off. I didn't try all that hard because the one on it, I liked it, so it didn't really matter much. I was just kind of messing around with it, but it didn't like to come off of there, so I don't know if that's just mine or if it's just difficult or what the deal is, but I'm sure it'll come off just fine. And then you've got your empty chamber indicator, a little orange plastic piece, and then underneath the foam, you've got, it comes with a sample of this gun lube. It's Milcom TW25B. You can see I haven't tried this one. I tried it on my other Sig. I can't really say much about it because in this little package it's really difficult to use, so I can't really say anything about that. And then you've got your gun lock. Obviously I've never opened it. Most people I don't think will, but it's legally required they give you one, so there it is. And then so that's that with the case. Then back to the gun here. Like I said, this is a full-size 9mm polymer grip, or polymer frame, sorry. So you've got all polymer hard plastic here, and then obviously the slide barrel, that's all steel up top. This one is the nitron finish. They, according to their website, it comes in 4 different ones. You get this basic nitron one, and they also have a stainless steel slide one, and then they also have a black and stainless steel diamond plate. I'm not sure if it's just a diamond plate looking or if it's actually diamond plate. I've never seen any of the other ones except this one. This is the only one my gun shop carries. So I'm sure you can get them online or wherever you can find them. I didn't really need anything shiny or fancy looking. This is just kind of a, actually this was an impulse buy. So it's just kind of my range, fun, don't care if it gets dirty type of thing gun. So on it you got the controls. There's a magazine release here. It's kind of a triangle shape. A little recessed compared to the grip, so you don't have to worry about hitting it accidentally, but it's also easy to get to. It's pretty large. You can flip it to the other side here. I've never done it, so I can't tell you if it's easy or not, but you can. Awesome feature with this gun is it has a decock lever here, so if you're cocked back, this is a double action, single action gun, so if it's cocked back, you can drop it safely here, just like a lot of other SIGs. I like that feature. I really don't like the idea of having a round in the chamber and then having to pull the trigger while holding the hammer back and letting it go type of thing to decock it. All you have to do is slip once and boom, you just shot yourself, so, or somebody else. So I like the decock to keep it safe. You also have this really long, about 2-inch long slide stop lever, which is also your takedown pin, which I'll show you in a bit here. Like I said, this is double action, single action, or single double, however you want to say it. So you chamber the round, the hammer's back, you're in single action here. It's a fairly short pull, you got a little bit of uptake there, and then brakes pull it pretty easily and lightly. The trigger, I would say I'd give it maybe a 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10 type. Basically not real good, but not real bad either. The double action is the bad one. You've got super long, super hard. I think they're rated at 10 to 12 pounds. I mean, you'd expect that of a double action, but this one, it's just not real smooth, so it feels a little stiffer than I think it should. But like I said, not bad. The double action is hard to be accurate with that long, hard pull, but the single action's pretty good. Once you get through that uptake there, it's pretty good. So overall accuracy-wise, I would say this is definitely a very accurate gun, basically as accurate as you can be with it. I would compare it with my XDM in accuracy. They're both very accurate as long as you do your job, so it's very capable that way. Also on the top of the slide here, you've got a loaded chamber indicator. So if you've had an XD or an XDM, they look identical. It's a nice little feature so you can tell if there's something in the chamber. You should know anyway, but just an extra little insurance there. Nothing spectacular. And then underneath you've got your Picatinny rail for lights, lasers, all that good stuff. So takedown wise, it's not quite as easy as other SIGs where you've got the little flip up lever here, or the XD series. But I'll show you, you've got these two little notches here on the slide. What you do is you pull this back so this first little pin is aligned with that front notch, and then on the other side here you've got this little knob sticking out on the other side of the pin. You just push that and it pops forward, pull that out, let it forward, and there you go. Basically the same as any other modern-ish pistol. You've got your slide, you've got your barrel, and you've got your spring. I'm not going to take those apart because I'm sure you've either done it or seen it or can find it in another video, so I won't waste time on that. But so you can do your cleaning there. The inside of this slide doesn't have a whole lot of place for stuff to hide, so you can clean it up pretty well. No nooks and crannies for all the stuff, the powder residue to get stuck in. And to put it back together, you slide it just to where the slide normally sits, pop the pin back in, goes through the that little lug on the barrel. Sometimes you got to move the slide back and forth a little bit. Then once it's in, then you pull it back to that notch again, snap it in, and there you go, you're good to go. So I think that's pretty much all the features of the gun. It's pretty simple, easy gun. There's nothing spectacular about it. I think I paid about $450 for this thing, so it's fairly cheap, just simple, very reliable pistol. I haven't shot it a whole lot since I got it, since all the gun shops around here are out of ammo these days. It's hard to get out to the range very often with it, but I've saved about the 300 rounds I put through it. Very accurate, never had an issue with it. Does, of course, it's a Sig Sauer, so you get the Sig Sauer customer service, reliability, accuracy, all the things you'd expect from them, and it definitely lives up to that. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments, and I will hopefully respond to you. Thanks.